Hello, nerds. Welcome to GeekBeast, part of the Geekish Network. This is your daily rundown of geek news from geeks like you. And it is Stores Day. We're one day from the weekend. One day from the weekend, you guys. Are you excited? If you're new to our show, we cover the geek news beat and share our opinions with you, which you can share at work as facts. Not the stuff we're telling you, but our opinions. You can share them as facts. I'm your host, Chuck, and with me we have Rakai coming in.
What's going on, people? Hello, Pulpit.
Okay. First up, Rakai, first up, new electric vehicle charging standards force Tesla to change its ways. Tesla, General Motors, Ford, and other auto manufacturers are stepping up their electric vehicle charging game to receive federal funding. The Department of Transportation announced new standards on Wednesday that stipulate EV chargers must meet certain made in the U.S. criteria, as well as usable across vehicle makers, in order to be eligible for $1 billion in funding allotted through the bipartisan infrastructure law. They got to make all this stuff in America now. They can't just make it in China and ship it over.
Ooh,
What do you think about this?
I don't know. That's kind of crazy. I don't know, but I can see it. I mean, especially how Elon Musk, he does what he does, and he's a rogue billionaire cowboy. And I could see the old money, the Ford and the GM and those who are trying to get a foothold in EV. I could see them coming up with some stuff to kind of temper him down a little bit, make him they switch the game up and move the goalposts so they can get more of a foothold.
Yeah, and so the superchargers also had to be able to charge other vehicles, not just his.
Ooh.
Will they charge him at the same rate as a supercharger? I don't know. I don't think so. But he doesn't mind. He's like, well, that's more money for us. I just charge those people. And the superchargers, I just keep them free for everybody else. Really interesting what they're going to do. I mean, he is the wealthiest car manufacturer. They've had the largest car manufacturer push ever in history. Like their profitability is really, really high. They haven't changed the model of the car in like 4 or 5 years. So, yeah.
Okay. I mean, and that makes sense, what I'm saying? That keeps a lot of production costs down where you don't have a whole lot of different modes and things like that. So I get it, but I mean, like I said, old money. I know that the people at Ford don't like that. I mean, they're Ford. They made the first, mass production car. They're Ford. They don't like.
They say through the promise of federal investment and the corresponding threat of losing that funding source, the Biden administration has gotten Tesla, the U.S.'s biggest EV and charger company, to agree to open its U.S. supercharger and destination charger network to non-Tesla vehicles. Yep. Worth noting, though Tesla CEO Elon Musk has repeatedly bashed government subsidies, Tesla's revenue lives and dies by them. The company has sold at least $6 billion in federally backed EV credits.
Wow.
But yeah. And speaking of
Wow.
more Tesla news, because it's back to back,
Ooh.
Tesla recalls 362,758 vehicles equipped with full self-driving beta for crash risk, The Verge says. Tesla will recall nearly 363,000, you already heard the number, 363,000 vehicles equipped with the company's controversial self-driving software after the top federal safety agency identified the driver assist program as a risk hazard. The NHTSA confirms are listed as focusing on 4 specific situations that can happen on the road, like navigating intersections during a stale yellow light, how long cars stop at a stop sign, when the intersection is clear, how they adjust speed while driving in areas where the speed limit is changing based on road signs, the car detects and settings put in place by the driver, and how the cars change lanes to get out of the turn only left lane. Yeah. I mean, computers do so much, but self-driving
Well,
cars.
and that means that because I mean I know that they've kept it down and try to keep it out of the news as much as possible, but I mean I've heard um, about accidents that were caused by driverless cars and things like that. Because the thing is, and like I know, driving is defensive. Driving is so you drive to watch what other people are doing. You have to react to what other people are doing. And like you said, there's only so much that a computer can do.
Yeah, because people are idiots on the road. It's less this. I get what Elon's saying. We've had less than 100 car accidents and less than 50 fatalities. And here it is. You're okay with 56,000 people dying every year in car accidents. And we're like less than 1% of that. So why are y'all tripping?
I mean, what in that point, he does have a great point. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, it's kind of the same thing about like when you hear about a drunk driver killing people, and
Mm-hmm.
then you find out later that this drunk driver had 17 DUI charges and still has a license, still driving around. Like it makes no sense.
Yep. Yep. So that's how he looks at it, is like, come on. Cars are safer with us. But my issue is this: we'll have self-driving cars on the road once people stop driving, and that's going to be hard because I'm Generation X and we like driving cars.
I love driving cars, so
We love the thrill of driving. I do too. I do too. But I do want a car I can fall asleep in and be okay.
oh man, come on now.
That'd be great, and it gets me straight to the destination. I want both, and I
Hmm.
know that's going to be hard, and that's a very expensive task to make both work very, very well together.
Yeah, I mean, I would pay a great deal of money for that, just to have that sense of calm and that peace of mind to be able to fall asleep while riding in the car and still reach my destination. Because I can't think of anybody that I feel comfortable. You know what I'm saying? They driving and I just go to sleep.
Yeah, yeah. We'll see it in the next 2 generations of people. The children as they grow up, though, we'll probably see it. You
That's
know,
too old.
yeah,
Don't
yeah. We'll
that
be
long.
old by then, though. We won't be driving by then anyway.
Yeah, I'm old now. Shit.
Won't be driving anyway. The next set of news: Apple's Tetris movie lines up real history with a retro thriller. The Tetris movie that has been in the works for almost a decade is actually happening, and Apple has finally unveiled the official trailer ahead of South by Southwest. They're premiering it there at South by Southwest. It's
Mm.
based on a true story starring Taron Egerton as Hank Rogers, a Dutch entrepreneur who becomes so enamored with the titular game that he travels to the Soviet Union during the end of the Cold War in order to secure its distribution rights. Then he encounters the game's inventor, Alexei Pachinov, portrayed by a good man's Nikita Efremov, and the villainous KGB agents, all while navigating that increasing tension between the Soviet government and the West. Tetris will be available for everybody to stream on Apple TV Plus on March 31st.
Yeah, I actually caught the trailer today, and I was like, wow. I
Mhm.
remember hearing about this, and I think I remember you talking about this a long time ago.
Yep.
And I think you're the one who put me up on game on the history of Tetris, and that there's like 20 different people who claim that they're the ones who created Tetris, and
Mhm.
it's wild.
It is wild. It's a wild. It's gonna be a very very interesting movie. I'm kind of excited for it actually. I kind of want to see it. I heard it's kind of goofy, so I really want to see it because of that. That makes me want to see it even more.
I don't know. I think Taron Egerton is he's a solid actor or
Hmm.
whatever. Because just even the way he did it, like he seemed very serious. Like I didn't sense any humor in the trailer where he was talking about, to him this was the perfect game, and he had to have it. He had to put it out, and it's just
Yeah,
those things is like okay. I don't know. Just some of the movie trailers I've seen here lately just seem goofy. They
yeah,
made a movie about the deal to sign Michael Jordan to get shoes, but not a movie about Michael Jordan. Just what? Okay,
like
it's
that.
all Moneyball. It's a different form of Moneyball.
Yep, it's just another form of money ball, the sneaker money ball.
Mm-hmm.
How I feel about that. I don't know how I feel about that movie. I haven't made up my mind yet. Well, I'll think about it a little more and make up a mind on that movie. Um, One movie I can't wait for though is John Wick Chapter 4. They showed the final trailer to it. It looks like a video game. Everything about that speaks video game to me, and
Oh,
I'm here for it. I'm here for it. What are your thoughts?
most definitely. It's funny because I love the John Wick franchise.
Hmm.
Because it's just over the top, gratuitous violence just for the sake of gratuitous violence.
Yep.
Um, but it's not so self-involved or whatever that it takes itself too seriously. I mean, like John Wick yeah, at this point, it almost is a video game.
Yeah, they have gun kata in it. They're literally ricocheting bullets off of katana swords.
I mean, it's gonna be wanted next. Like they're gonna be bending bullets and curving them, throwing them around the walls and through,
Yeah.
through keyholes and all kinds of stuff.
You talk bad about Wanted. I love all of that. I
I
love the bending
wanted
bullets.
to. That was a stupid movie. I liked it though.
Loved it though. Loved every minute of it. He has a dog in this one too. The dog pops back up in it. And this one it showed the fight in traffic. There was what's that a roundabout in Paris where they had the arch in the middle and the
Yeah,
the
yeah,
triumph.
I think what you did, like the
That.
on the Champs Elysees. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. And he sat there and he sat there fighting in the middle of traffic, shooting people. I was like, oh, this is totally ridiculous. I was saying one of the movie I know more ridiculous.
only in France, only in Paris or Chicago.
Yep. No, it's everywhere. They're in the desert. They're everywhere in this movie. Cause now the whole entire syndicate is against them.
He got a contract on his head, right? Don't he?
Yep. They say they'll let him out if he can survive.
Hmm.
Because he destroyed the Roosevelt Hotel. He broke all the rules.
I mean, he did. He broke him a little bit.
Yeah, he did break him. He blew up the hotel, basically. Yeah, you're
I
not
mean,
supposed to do that. Yeah, you're not supposed to do that.
I mean, he broke it a little bit.
And what makes it really good is
Winston betrayed him though. Like
Keanu Reeves is long in the tooth and he's up here jumping and riding horses and stuff. I'm like, boy, boy, boy. Keanu, woo, he should woo, you and
no,
Tom Cruise.
just watching his old tail do these stunts makes me take Tylenol. I was like,
Yeah,
Jesus.
it does. It does. That it does.
I mean, hey, you think that's bad though? Wait till you see Harrison Ford as Indiana Jones.
Boy, boy, boy. Yep.
Indiana Jones is 173 years old.
I know what he is, and he's playing Indiana Jones. It's gonna be interesting. Uh, Next story up. Scott Lang's autobiography from Ant-Man 3 is actually being released. Right now, you can preload the book Look Out for the Little Guy by Scott Lang. It's Lang's autobiography that he wrote after saving the world in Avengers Endgame, and which he is promoting after getting Ant-Man and Wasp Quantumania, which is in theaters tomorrow.
Yeah, what came out today? Yeah.
Yeah. You may have even seen and heard a bit from its film promotion, and now Disney is actually making the book, and it comes out on September 5th. That's dope. I'm gonna buy it. I'm gonna pre-order the book. I'm gonna pre-order Scott Lang's book. I'm gonna do it.
I think I want to read it too.
I think I want to read it because I want to see the voice. Is it going to have his voice and it's going to be silly as goofy as he is?
It's funny. The one thing I love from the trailer is when people he was talking about he was glad to be recognized now, and they called him Spider-Man. Like that was hilarious.
Yeah.
Hopefully, the book is better than what I hear the movie is.
Yeah. I heard him. I'm not hearing really good things about the movie.
And
I heard Jonathan Majors is saving the movie, though. I heard he saves it.
I heard he's amazing.
Yeah. And rumor is he's not the big bad. That's going to anger me if he's not the big bad in this generation because they started him off as the big bad. I heard he's a MacGuffin. I'm not okay with that.
Okay.
First of all, Jonathan Majors is a major. I think they want to make Galactus the big, really big bad at the very end of this chapter. I don't know. Galactus is not a human. Galactus is a force,
I heard that was
natural disaster.
yeah. I mean, when I heard that something about making Galactus the big bad instead of it being Doctor Doom when they introduced Fantastic Four. So
Yeah, yeah. I wish they started off where the Fantastic Four stopped Galactus in the beginning, and then we go straight into Doctor Doom because people don't know who Doom is. Doom is badass.
yeah,
Is
Doom to me is on a level like T'Challa.
yeah, yeah. I wonder who they're gonna get to play Doom though. I say it should be Giancarlo, but people don't agree with me on that. They think he should be Professor Xavier. The next thing, speaking of Marvel, Disney's cracking down on Marvel's Phase 5 output and beyond. A new report combined with comments from Disney CEO Bob Iger suggests the all-consuming Marvel strategy may be dialed down in the months and years to come, even with an already announced Marvel release schedule out in the world. Quoting an insider privy to Disney's internal planning, a report from the Hollywood Reporter suggests that changes will be a massive correction from the how Marvel has been operating in the last few years, which seen a massive amount of content pouring into from every direction. Fahey echoed Iger's plan, saying, I do think one of the powerful aspects of being Marvel Studios is having these films and shows hit the zeitgeist. It is harder to hit the zeitgeist when there's so much product out there and so much content, as they say, which is a world that I hate. He laughs. But we want Marvel Studios and the MCU projects to really stand out and stand above. So people will see that as we get further into phase 5 and 6, the pace at which we're putting out the Disney Plus shows will as they can change as they can get a chance to shine, a chance to shine. But that but Disney's strategy was to have something on Disney Plus to build the network. So what happens then?
Network is severely failing.
Yes, it is. It is. Disney Plus is.
Where they're talking about selling off Star Wars and Marvel content to other streamers to bring in some income.
Yeah. Yeah. They probably have to sell it back to Netflix.
I don't know. I mean, I think it was you have a couple of the most profitable and biggest titles or IPs out there in Star Wars and Marvel. I think it was far reaching to say, you know what, we're going to put together a streamer and we're only going to have our stuff on it. It's going to be available nowhere else. It's like
that's hard.
Well, yeah, I mean, even though Disney has a rich history, the thing is, Disney has a rich history of being Disney. The thing is, you can only draw in the kids for so much, and then you alienate a lot of adults who don't want to watch all kids fare.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't have adult fare for adults, like when I turn on Netflix, if the kid's not around, I want to watch something adult.
Yeah.
Disney doesn't have that.
Nope. They have it on Hulu, which they did acquire, but they don't have it on Disney. Disney's slowly pulling in adult content because they pulled in the Netflix Marvel stuff, and they're slowly pulling in I think they even have some R-rated content on the service now. I think
Mm.
it's, they don't talk about it because they want people to think it's for kids. But I think once they get their age gating up properly, they can age gate. I think they'll announce it then. But right now, they should say you get Disney Plus, you get Hulu for free.
The other thing is Disney is
And
synonymous with kids, so
it is.
you're not going to automatically think adult fare when you think about watching Disney Plus. I mean,
Mm-mm.
even if you get Hulu for free, you watch Hulu, that's not the same thing as Disney Plus. You know what I'm saying? It's still two whole separate streamers.
Yes.
And was it Paramount or somebody owns a quarter of of Hulu? Like somebody else owns it with Disney. So
I thought it was all Disney now.
nah.
I thought they copped it all out.
Mm-mm.
Somebody else owns it with them.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, they have a lot of adult. They have Freeform, they have ABC, they have a lot of adult content on Hulu. There's a way they have to. They should make it where you can actually, where you click on Hulu content from Disney Plus, it'd be great. Like something gates the Hulu content from Disney Plus. That would be better. Where it feels like one service versus, for me, it's easy because I have a PlayStation, so I go back and forth, or Apple TV, and I can go back and forth really quick. That's
Mm-hmm.
what I normally do. I go through all the services, find out what I want. Then I usually end up on Crunchyroll because Crunchyroll
Yeah,
is everything I really want to
it
see.
lets you down.
You know
Crunchyroll lets me down.
what's up?
Crunchyroll never lets me down.
Never lets me down. Never lets me down. So we'll see. We'll see what happens with Marvel once they start ramping down content. Because Disney has to. The problem with Disney, they don't have fresh content. And the beauty of Netflix is they always have fresh content, and it's not always from America. Like Disney Plus in other countries, I don't know how it's doing.
Yeah,
Latin
because
America
especially
definitely does great.
Bollywood and Nollywood are cranking out 100 movies a day. Like them two, there's more. There's so much stuff from India and from Nigeria. I was like, did any movies from America come out this week? Like,
Korea,
oh, Korea. Oh, don't even get me started. I
yeah,
don't. If you look at my daughter's profile, I don't think there's anything from America on there. I think it's all Korea.
it's all Korean. I got a ton of Korean dramas in my queue right now, and a bunch of Nigerian films. They keep popping up. Like that looks interesting. I'll take that. You know,
I don't have a lot of faith in those Nigerian films yet because they seem like they're still growing and they're about on the level of Tyler Perry and Tubi movies so far.
well,
So
some I have a couple to give to you that change your mind. You'd be like, holy
yeah,
shit!
please,
It's
because I have not seen one yet that was
better than some of the best black content in America. Like on the
now
level
I
of
have
movie Dope.
now I have seen some fantastic ones from Bollywood, some fantastic Indian ones.
But then that movie industry is just as old as ours in
Yeah,
America. Out.
yeah, I've seen some great movies from them.
Like Nigerian content, Nigerian
Right,
movies,
all their movies like 3 hours. Like golly.
they have intermissions in them. People don't
Yeah.
understand.
Like, did I go to a play?
No, like, did you watch RRR?
Yes,
It's amazing.
it is.
It is absurdly amazing.
It is. Yeah, me and the kids watched it.
Yeah, it's absurdly amazing. Speaking of content that's new that we haven't seen in a while, the last Count of Monte Cristo brings Afrofuturism to the classics. So
Okay.
Alexander Dumas, classic, who's also black. People don't know that. The Count of
Mm.
Monte Cristo gets an incredibly vibrant sci-fi update as author Azue Jamal Everts and illustrator Tristan Roach take the novel out of the 1800s into the far future, inspired by both the original novel and Dumas's own black heritage. The graphic novel explores a world that has been destroyed by climate change, submerging the earth and ushering in radical new era. I'm
That
quite
sounds
excited for this.
interesting. That sounds interesting.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to cop this. I think it's gonna
Yeah.
be, you know, um, the Count of Monte Cristo. They have it in Japanese anime. They did such an amazing job with it. It's such an interesting anime. It's something unlike anything else I've seen. Where they have like the patterns, they have the patterns like the textures on the characters, and they
Mhm.
don't move, and the characters move, and the pattern always stays the same. And it's really
Oh,
interesting because the count is a vampire.
oh,
Yeah, the count's
okay.
a vampire. And so
Okay.
You can watch it on Crunchyroll of all places.
Of course.
Of course, of course.
Crunchyroll for the win.
The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles are going up against Street Fighter heroes in a new comic book. That's even more. So we got more comic book action here. So the heroes in the half shell are no stranger to crossover, especially in the realm of IWD's comic continuity. They tussled with Ghostbusters. They teamed up with Batman. They even crossed paths with X-Files Mulder and Scully. But their latest crossover is pitting the Hamato clan against a cast of video game legends. Penned by Paul Aller and the art by Ariel Medel, colors by Sarah Myers. The 5-issue miniseries sees the Turtles IDW ongoing comic series with Donnie, Mikey, Leo, and Ralph, joined by Janika, heading to the Atlantic City to a martial arts tournament, and they're meeting with people from Street Fighter. Ryu, Ken, Chun Li, and Guile. Are you gonna watch it? Are you gonna read it?
I'm probably gonna read it. I don't know. The last Ronin series from them was amazing. Like I really liked that. I'm ready to see that animated. This I don't know, like as goofy as it sounded, like even the animated Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles versus Batman or whatever, that wasn't bad. So this
I haven't seen the Batman one. I haven't read the Batman one.
well no, they actually made that a DC animated.
Oh, did they?
Yeah,
I did not know that.
yeah.
It's not good?
No, it's solid. It's
Okay.
solid. I mean,
I
it
heard the
seemed
comic
like it
book was
would be
solid.
goofy because you add the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles into it, but it
Yeah.
was a Batman flick with
Turtles.
turtles, and it was solid.
Okay. I'm gonna check that out. This is the last story of the night, Makai. I had to get this story in here. This is for
Okay.
Defunct because I know you put the stories together.
My daughter would appreciate it.
BTS gets an official Lego set for K-pop Smash Dynamite. I'm going to purchase 2 of those. I'm just going to let you know that's going to be worth gajillions of dollars in the future. Why would I not buy this? So the international K-pop superstars have been mini figured for Lego's Ideas 21339 BTS Dynamite set. Dynamite not only hit 100 million views its first day alone, they got a 749-piece Lego set. That's
When's
amazing.
that come out? When's that come out?
That's a good question. When does it come out? Let me check really quick. Let me check the article. Mm-hmm. March 2023, early March 2023.
Oh,
You're a month away. It's
I like
$100.
$200. Oh man, I can already see it now. Like I'm gonna have to get that. I'm gonna have to get it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna have to get it.
Yeah.
My daughter's gonna go nuts. Like she gotta have it.
Yeah.
Uh,
TS Lego set. I mean, we have come full circle in the world of Lego.
yeah.
They're not longer taking TV shows and movies. They just went to a real group and said, we're gonna make y'all into Legos.
I mean, they know it's gonna sell.
They know it's gonna
Whenever
sell.
it goes
Sell
on
out.
sale, it's gonna sell out.
Sell out. First day.
Yep.
Go live.
You're gonna have resellers buying this like they're Jordans.
They are. They are. I'm gonna have 2 sets of these.
Yeah,
One
I'm gonna have to
sell
go
like
to I'm gonna have to go on the street and buy a pair of these. Like I'm gonna have to go to somebody with one of those bots and stuff. And oh man, go to StockX, buy a BTS Dynamite Lego set.
Mhm.
Nah, StockX might be fake.
You know, you never know. If I can get 3 of them, I'll grab 3 of them. I'll
Yeah,
let
because Raina needs one of those.
I know it.
Uh,
It has glorious sale written all over it.
I can hear her right now.
It's crazy. It's gonna be
She'll
crazy.
find out about it soon, and she'll come and tell me like, how you are when you're teenagers that she needs it. She's gonna die without it.
Die about it. Yep. Will she put it together?
Yeah, for
Okay.
them, yeah, she will.
For them.
If she had money, she put one together and then leave the other one mint in box.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, her Jordans look like somebody ran them over the truck. But
That's what the kids like. They like dirty shoes, dirty Air Force Ones and stuff. They
It
into
is.
that right now.
Not Rand. Rand don't play by his shoes.
Okay. Okay.
Takes his shoes off. He didn't start a little business cleaning shoes. Like he's not.
That's good. That's good. That's good. Anything you want to share with the people before we close out here, Rakai? Thank
Nah,
you.
man, this was great. I always love being part of Geek Beast, talking about current events and current news, and I always feel like I learn something every time we do this. So
Yeah.
everybody needs to make sure they sign in, that they tune in every night.
Yep. Yep. I want to give a shout out to Rodney for always being a great technical producer and director. And
Always.
I want to give a shout out to Defunct for arranging all the stories. And man, he crushes it every time. Every time I come in here, it gets better and better. Shout out to Digital Click for being a great marketing partner. And shout out to everybody in the chat that came in today. We wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you. And we appreciate y'all coming in here to help us out. I didn't read from the chat today because I've been focused on the stories, and I know I wanted to get through a lot of news today. I want to get us caught back up on all the news. So, with that being said,
Unc said, for what it's worth, said the Spice Girls had a Lego set a couple years ago.
they did. They did. Matter of fact, I almost picked it up. I stopped myself. I was in a Lego store in Orlando, and I stopped myself. They did. Yep.
Mm.
Thotty with the Viz. What's up, Thotty? How you doing? Thanks for coming in. We're here every day. We're here every day at 10:30 Eastern Standard Time and 7:30 Pacific Standard Time. If you're in between, you have to do the math yourself.
I like it. What was that? Yeah, Thoughty with the vibes.
Yeah, Thotty with the vibes. That's my homie.
Name, I like it.
That's my main name, my man Thotty. With that being said, I'm gonna tell everybody thank you for tuning in. We'll see you tomorrow. Tomorrow's happy hour, and I will not be in California for that tomorrow. So we'll tune back in for happy hour. With that being said, everybody have a good night. Peace.